So it was 2005, it was around January.
We were about 6 children in the ashram living together. We wanted a school here. We wrote a letter to Sadhguru asking for a school to be started here in the ashram space.
And what happened after that is we had been called for a meeting. Sadhguru called a few of us. I happened to be one of them. And we had gone to his house. And the first thing he did when we had sat down is he had circulated this letter.
It was just a friend and I who could write in full sentences at that time. The other 4 children could only draw pictures.
It had a drawing of their dream school. So in the center, they had kind of drawn the ashram, they had drawn his house. And they had also marked which people in the ashram should be their teachers. And then Sadhguru told us that education has always been on his mind. But because of this letter, then it got advanced. And then he said, in the next 3 months, we're going to start a school.
Within a week's time, we got a reply back from Sadhguru saying school will start on June 14th, 2005.
Knowing something is always expansion of human horizons. But somehow, this getting to know something has been made into such a factory-like situation. I grew up, I saw the necessity of a school because otherwise so many would just go waste on the streets. I wanted to fill the school with people who know nothing about any subject, but who are committed, who are intelligent enough to learn along with the children. Chose a few people, none of them were trained teachers, I made sure they're not trained teachers. They were engineers, doctors, accountants like this. So I asked them to come and be a part of the school and they said, Sadhguru, we don't know how to teach, we don't know any subject like that. I said, that is the qualification, you must learn with the children.
So when teachers are chosen to be part of the school, they are not coming necessarily from a teaching background. They are actually having their own professional careers in different fields. So we do train them as teachers. The bigger part of this whole thing is that they come willingly as full-time volunteers. So when the teacher comes here, their main purpose is to grow as an individual. And by doing so, they're also trying to provide the same thing for the children. And that creates a different kind of atmosphere where the teacher is trying to be the best version of themselves. And therefore, the children, when they look at teachers like that, they become a role model. So as part of the school, we also have a lot of different simple things, informal and structured classes as well, which provide a student with life skills, foundational courses where just to see that they are able to be independent in their life. Simple things like survival cooking, investing, public speaking, courses like that, even home repair.
This is a school as a school should be. You know, what is needed for the children, how it should be, that's how it is. This takes from the huge repertoire of what is Indian or a Bharat tradition is from and how it is made relevant for the contemporary education. So it's a harmonious blend of contemporary education and wisdom, ancient wisdom of Bharat.
So many of the offerings at Isha Home School are designed to give students an opportunity to decide what they want. So children get about 3 hours of unbridled time. They can have these 3 hours for the 14 or 15 weeks. That's about 40 to 50 hours in a term, where children can pick up an activity to pursue an area of their passion. We want to make this in such a way that the child is nurtured in an environment where he is free from fear, where he is free from competition and comparison with others. He blossoms by the strength of his own capabilities and innate talent. That's what the whole effort is. The added bonus is that we want them to go through this whole process in a joyful manner. That's the entire essence of what Isha Home School is.
performing arts have everything to do with, as an artist, being able to present something to an audience. So some of these are theater, music, and dance. And the beautiful thing about these arts, they are not arts that have grown somewhere in the last, decades or so. These are arts that have been there for ages. And the way that the children go through them, the traditional way of going through classical music or classical dance is, it brings a certain strength of character, it brings a certain level of attention within the person who's learning these things. And that is one of the main reasons why we have these things in the school.
I'm here to spend a day in Isha Home School, full day.
How do you feel like? Do you feel like a student when you come back?
I wish there was a school like this for me. Maybe I would have become something more than what I am right now. Because anything that I learned was either on the street or in the forest or in the library.
So reading is something we nurture in Isha Home School, and we do reading in many different ways in school just to create an excitement and a buzz around reading. We have storytelling, of course, where we bring our mythology in, and we have a pajama party over here in the library sometimes where the younger children come with their blankets and they can read for as long as they want to. We also have currently something that we are creating a buzz around reading is something called Bookflix, which is, Netflix version with books, with recommended reads, with new releases, and with trending books, book reviews. So book is something that we hold a lot of respect in our culture because it signifies knowledge and wisdom. And so we have a little book hospital in the library where little repairs are done, children are involved, the senior school students are involved in helping repair the books so that they can be put back on the shelves.
So the school structure is divided in such a way that you have junior school, middle school, and then you have senior school, which is a 6-year program. And in the junior school, you have the quintessential idea of homeschool because the class and the home are the same. So the children, their teachers, their house parents are one and the same. This is the very beginning of their journey. There's a lot of time spent in helping them foster their life skills. It's not so academic at this stage. And then we move on to middle school. Of course, those spaces are a little bit bigger, and you still retain the idea of homeschool. And the lovely part about these things is that you have a very dynamic schedule. So it's a surprise every day. They don't know the classes that they're going to have the next day. So one of the things that's really beautiful about the school. This senior school program is 6 years, and we start with 8, 9, 10. And this is actually when we get a little bit more serious with the academics because we have to prepare them for their exams. Although that's not the central focus of this school, it's really important that they have that confidence. So we do introduce the concept of exams and structured classes at that stage. And then the post-10 program. The post-10 program is unique because we offer an internship program as a part of that series.
The internship program is something that really helps, it has helped me and it has helped a lot of my friends to really get clarity as to what they want to do or pursue further ahead after their graduation.
You are going to possibly look at the middle school election situation. Even that is designed where children are actually given some amount of empowerment so that they can create and solutions to the problem that they face. Similarly, the school is run in an organic manner where children have an opportunity to actually involve themselves in running of the school.
Through a fair and unbiased voting process, we elected our MS representative, who in return represents the whole school student council.
So we have strong student council which has many representatives. They take voluntarily responsibilities in several areas, including how the dining is conducted, how children come into the dining, or they even go and talk about how to manage sports. So this way, the students get an opportunity to be involved in several activities within the school and outside also in the foundation.
So the sports events in the homeschool is not a one-day affair. So it starts from the beginning of the term. The first term is usually the sports term. So every weekend we have sports events happening. This could be heats, this could be team events, and all of these carry points also. So the children are intense from day one. Sports Mela is constructed as the warring of 4 different kingdoms using the media of sports. The Cholas, the Marathas, the Kakatiyas and the Hoysalas. These were the 4 major kingdoms. They represent and they talk about the glory of these kingdoms and the rulers who ruled the kingdoms at those times. So Kalaripayattu is one of the ancient martial arts of India, and the children are exposed to Kalaripayattu right from junior school. In junior school it's mandatory, they all go for Kalari. So this is also being taught, and it's taught by traditional people from Kerala. And they have an Akada, which is a Sankan Akada with the Putara and everything. And they are also introduced in the senior school, they are also introduced to weapons which are used in Kalaripayattu.
So this is our Goshala, which has a lot of indigenous desi cow breeds over here. So the children come, they learn more about the breeds or different breeds of cows. They bathe the cows, sometimes they're involved in milking the cows. They also take the manure from here and use it in the nursery for growing their plants.
So we're here in CMM, and that stands for Cafe Martumene, which is because it was formerly a cow shed, and that's what Martumene means. And now it's a place where the older kids come together to chill and hang out. And when I say that, I include everything from coming together, an exchange of ideas, healthy debates, to open mics, you do your thing, not your thing. Even board games, we have an arcade machine, and food. Everybody here loves food, and so we have a kitchen in the back, and we decide the menu for our dinners. We come together, we cook, and we eat together, serve each other. We also have a TV, so we watch documentaries, movies together here. And so yeah, that's CMM. It's everyone's favorite hangout spot.
To delve into an individual human being, to find out what is the nature of their genius. Every human being, if you can create the right kind of atmosphere, you can make a genius out of every human being. I would like our children to become competent enough that nobody has to hand out a job to them. They'll make their life in this world somehow, doing something that matters to them and people around them. So they must do something that they are good at, something that they care for, something that matters to them and the world.
When I came for the first time, I was very scared about what would happen because I come all the way from Africa, so it was like a very new experience. But all the teachers and the students were very welcoming, and they're very approachable as well. And they made me feel like I belong here even though I come from a very different background. So it was a very nice experience. We have a performance tonight as well, and I'll be performing Alicia Keys' If I Ain't Got You, just a little spoiler. It starts like this. Some people live for the fortune. Some people live just for the fame. Some people live for the power, yeah. Some people live just to play the game. Some people think that the physical...
You are raising a nursery of plants of various species. What is your philosophy? The plant doesn't care what's your philosophy, all right? It wants the necessary nourishment for it to grow. The same goes for our children too. So what is needed is nourishment, not a philosophy. So in a way, school is an instrument towards that we could enhance the natural longing of life to become full-fledged. See, whatever life you take, how to make a school without a stick, without a teacher, without even a building if necessary. Well, here we are.